going? My name is John Duke. I'm here with Brian Osbin with Bella Bay Realty. We have our pubcast, Taproom Talks. This is starting to get some traction here.
It is.
This is fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
I told you it was going to work.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Not much. We got a big game this weekend. Not that I dressed up for it.
Yeah, I heard the Buckeyes?
Somewhere from one of the states.
Ohio State I think it's Buckeyes.
Let's get that correct.
7:30 game this weekend. It's going to be electric around here. We're having a corporate tailgate. Looking forward to seeing a bunch of people. This may not come out till afterwards, but we're hoping that we're going to be celebrating a big win.
Yeah, we'll be at the tailgate.
Yeah, we love it.
It's going to be fun.
So,
let's talk about these interest rates, man. The Feds bring them down.
Well, the Fed lowered mortgage rates.
I'm asking you.
I actually hear that a lot. Yes, the Fed lowered the Fed funds rate by 50 basis points last week. Now, the Fed does not control our mortgage rates. The mortgage rates are a traded commodity, usually, moves off of what the 10-year Treasury does. And so the mortgage rates moved in anticipation of the Fed doing exactly what they did to help curb inflation, right? We curbed inflation. We're getting it down to close to 2%. Now we're starting to see the slowdowns. Now we're starting to see signs that our unemployment rate's getting up there a little bit higher than what they want. So it's time to start cutting rates. And that's just the normal progression of what happens with the Fed. So what interest rates did they affect immediately? They affected home equity lines of credit, car loans, credit cards, other installment loans. But mortgage rates really moved in anticipation. So we've had the rates that we're at today actually a little bit lower than where we're at today, about at least a month ago, if not a little bit more, in anticipation of this happening.
So all the questions I'm getting, you're saying, all the clients are saying, we're just going to, the Fed's lower the rate, we're going to wait for the mortgage.
Yeah, so that's a common theme, and that's, I think sometimes our media does a challenging job not a great job really getting the true narrative out there as to what the Fed does.
Sure.
Now, will the mortgage rates potentially continue to decline as that narrative continues towards loosening the rates? Potentially. But we've also moved almost 200 basis points, or a full 2%, in mortgage rates from where we were at the top. Okay. Last year we had numbers that started with 8. Now we're in the numbers that start with a 6.
Yeah,
in most circumstances. So it's left to be determined. There's a lot of things out there. Our common public likes to wait for something to happen.
Sure.
And in my opinion, that then becomes history. When you wait for something, you've got to buy the rumor and sell the news, right? Yeah. So by the time you watch the news on Saturday or on tonight, the ABC News, by the time we watch it, what is it? It's history.
It's history.
It's already happened.
It's correct.
So it's just like the stock market. The stock market moves in anticipation of something happening, something in the future, good news in the future, or bad news if it goes down. Same thing with mortgage rates. Mortgage rates in anticipation of what the Fed's going to do.
Fair enough. Okay. So I was confused myself, though.
Yeah, well, it's not brought out. It's not. The narrative isn't spoken about correctly, in my opinion, until you're like in it. You got to be able to see how this really works. And you probably started to see some talk about lower rates over a month ago, right?
Sure.
Things coming down. Well,
absolutely.
That's because of what the Fed talked about that they were going to be doing in the future, and then they did it. Buy the rumor, sell it.
Right. That's a good one. What's we had talked about this a week or so ago. The 2 to 4
multi-unit,
5% down.
Yeah, I tell you, if I was a first-time home buyer today, and I'm getting into the thoughts of building some sort of a real estate empire, however big or small that looks like in the future, I would be buying a multi-unit property. And if you occupy that, the first one, as your primary residence, we could do FHA at 3.5% down, or conventional as little as 5% down.
Well, that's huge.
That's utilizing the term we've joked about before, other people's money.
Yeah,
And
right.
you're doing it twice. You're actually leveraging and putting less down and buying the property, utilizing a mortgage. That's the first other people's money. The second other people's money is now you've got people living in that property paying your mortgage.
Yeah,
helping you. And that allows you in the future to allow you to possibly do that again and again and build that real estate empire.
because that becomes income.
Can become income.
Wow. Okay. 5% on a conventional, 3.5% on an FHA. They have to be a first-time home buyer?
They do not have to be a first-time home buyer. No, they do not have to be a first-time home buyer. There are incentives available that we can talk with each individual client about if it is a first-time home buyer. There's programs out there that we can help. But no, I mean, this is something that I would, if I were in the market today and my family situation was different, I didn't have young children, things like that, I would be buying a multi-unit property.
Okay.
That's what I would do. And I would live there for at least 12 months and then move on hopefully to the next one and the next one and the next one and build that up.
Right. That's good food for thought, actually.
It is. I
And
think the
something that we
first-time
also-
home buyers getting into purchasing a home, think about how much you're flipping the script. If you're coming from renting at $1,500 a month, and then you go and purchase something, and your tenant is paying the most of the loan, the rent, right? Their rent is paying most of the mortgage. Maybe stands to reason that at the end of the month, you may only be paying $1,000 a month total. When you were paying $1,500 in rent, and now you're getting some appreciation.
Yeah.
And you've just created cash flow for yourself.
So you're not only becoming the homeowner, you're becoming the landlord.
Correct.
Which
Yeah.
you obviously know what they're doing. They're taking your money and using it to pay down their debt. Now you're just flipping the script.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah, I like it.
What else is going on? Sparty's going to pull it out.
Yeah, we're going to
Let's go back
see.
to that.
Our quarterback's getting, a little more comfortable.
Yeah, he is.
I'll say
he's
that.
just fine.
Yeah, I think he's going to pan out very well. I want to say it's going to be a good game, not a tough game.
We'll be talking about also next week.
Tigers playoffs. There we are too. They did it the other day, didn't they?
Tigers
Yesterday.
playoffs.
Or day before.
We could be talking about Tigers playoffs next week. Guys, this is a lot of fun. We're still new at this. We appreciate you sticking with us. This is Taproom Talks, Pubcast. Brian Osmond, Bella Bay Realty, John Duke with Union Home Mortgage. Cheers.
Go green.
Go well. Test 1 2 1 2
1 2 check up. 1 2.
Thank you.